Miles to Go. It was a logical continuation from Blue Highways, the record we did last. Blue Highways was a record where I took all these childhood songs that I loved, that I had carried over the years and hadn't had a chance to record them. I wanted to do a record that was primarily a live record with my band. And Miles to Go just kind of represents how many more songs there are to discover and how many more records there are to make, and especially in that one specific genre of blues and songs that affected me since I was a kid. We recorded this record at the Armory Studios in Vancouver, which is really a nice venue, beautiful place. I recorded in 1998 Little Big Band 2 there with Joe Hardy, so I hadn't been in there for a while, so that was fun. When it comes to arrangements, you know, I personally am not into a gazillion solos in a song. I'm not one for having every instrument take a round in a solo. I think the solo should speak to the song. You know, what ends up on the record, I take all these songs that I've liked since I was a kid and find out whether there's any reason for me to do them or not. And so I over-record, I come back later, and the stuff that's still turning me on or stuff that you're still liking is what stays on, and that's how that works. I think that the hardest thing to do when you're doing a traditional blues record is to put contemporary music aside, stuff that's more era-specific. I think you find out if they all play together and it's smooth, you kind of know it. I felt that way about the two that I put on here. I Will Remain's my attempt at a kind of a classic slow blues form. I find a thing that makes slow blues tough, especially in a modern setting, is sometimes you can't get very wordy. Let me ease the pain, I will. Pretty straight arrangement of a minor blues, and with a pretty straight ahead words. And then 40 Light Years is a bit, you know, brings it a bit more contemporary, but has pretty honest sounds on it, so I thought that worked pretty well too. Inspiration could come anytime, anywhere. There's no real method for me. It's like it's a chord progression that is interesting. It could be a phrase. I'll sing it into my phone anywhere, on a bicycle. Yeah, it's the 19th record. Yeah, you just, the creation of a record, and then you fall in love. You know, as you make it, all records are your babies or your creations, and you always have this ebb and flow of you do the work, and then you're excited and you're listening, and then it has to sit there for months until it comes out, which is often difficult because you have to kind of rekindle that that flame and then talk about it after you've worked on it a lot. But that's why you do it. You love making records. Been a hard devil's journey, baby. I don't have to cry.